I want to talk about what derealization and depersonalization, DPDR, felt like for me, and give two examples so that for family and friends, so they can try and grasp and understand what DPDR feels like. For me, like you often hear, it's a dream state. Everything is unreal. It's kind of like a video game. I talked about the example of looking through a pane of glass. It's as if your soul and your body are disconnected. It's your consciousness is pushed. It felt like that for myself. Your consciousness is pushed backward into your head, and you're just looking through a pane of glass to the outside world. So you have this disconnection suddenly, and that's the goal. You have to reconnect. Okay, now I'll talk about an example. It's not how a DPDR feels like, but it's an example for the people who haven't experienced it, like for family and friends, just to get an idea of how hard and difficult it is to live with DPDR. And the first example is like, just imagine you go to bed one night, you wake up, and the next morning you feel like you're 15 or 20 kilograms heavier, like someone just strapped a weight around you. And yeah, kilograms, for Americans, like how heavy, I don't have it in pounds, like just 6 big books that are this thick. So pretty heavy. Yeah, you have like this weight that's just somehow somebody fastened around you, and you have to carry that around. So suddenly you wake up and you have this weight, and it's like, what's going on? Nobody can see it. You go to the doctor, therapist, tells them your story. Of course, they have no idea really what you're talking about. Everybody thinks you have something else. You get diagnosed with this, that. Probably wrong in most cases. People, family, friends think you're going crazy because you're talking about some weight that just suddenly came into your life out of nowhere. The first weeks, months, you'll just lay in bed because you think it'll go away. And then you notice it doesn't. And then you have to realize, okay, how am I going to continue my life? It's like, it's not getting better. Not at all. So after a few months, you just start going outside again. You're not only staying in your bed, you have to like, okay, you have to accept it. You're living with this new weight that you're just pulling around your life the whole time. And yeah, it's horrible. Like, you don't understand it. It doesn't disappear. You have to accept dragging this weight around with you, and nobody else really understands. The doctors, therapists don't really have an idea, and the weight just decreases so slowly, and you have to do so much to get through it. So that's like the one example I wanted to give. The other one I gave to my family and friends, like just to imagine how life-changing this mental illness is. I told them, okay, imagine you go to bed and you wake up, and the next day all the colors have changed. Like, suddenly the sun isn't yellow but it's blue, the sky isn't blue but it's yellow, your skin is green. Like, just imagine how you would be freaking out if that happened. And that's exactly how people, like, that's how you feel when you have derealization. It's like it's everything is unreal, everything is different. I would freak out just the same way if suddenly all the colors change. It's that dramatic of a change in your perception of the world around you. That's an example I gave to my family and friends, and I think that catches the grasp of the whole whole situation pretty good. Yeah, those were the two examples, and oh yeah, one more thing, like depersonalization, what that feels like. It's, for me, you don't feel emotion anymore. Like, it's really limited. Definitely no positive emotions, like you're not happy, you don't feel joy anymore. I think it took like 5 to 6 months for me to like seriously be happy. It was one moment I just was on my bike, it was nice weather outside, sun was shining, and I like smiled for the first time in that for 6 months. It was, and then I noticed, I'm like, oh my god, I'm like, I was happy without really thinking about it, without being unreal. It was like, yeah, it took 6 months. I wasn't happy for 6 months, and it took like another 1 month, so 7 months, for the first time that I laughed out loud the first time. 7 months, that's a long time, but you get there. You get there. So there's a depersonalization part, is like you don't feel emotions hardly at all anymore. It goes like, I did feel down. I felt really sad and frustrated. But also like it there was a cap. It was different. Like, you just don't feel it like you used to, all the emotions, and that can really be really depressing. Yeah, but you get through it. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say about how I felt the derealization and the depersonalization. I hope this helps, and maybe family and friends can understand the whole situation a little bit better.